I just completed the biggest project I've ever done in my entire time at my degree program. It was this concept art book. This was like the entire semester, so what, like 5 months? Probably four. But yeah, I'm gonna be going over like how what that experience was for me. This is not a how-to video in any way, but I'm still going to be diving into the process a little bit, and maybe you can learn something interesting along the way. It was done in InDesign, and the setup was pretty simple. You just make a new document. I did 9 by 7 because that was like the max for landscape, and the minimum page requirement was 32, so I set that like right away. You don't really need to change much at this point, besides making sure the bleed is correct. My big PNG tuber's head is in the way, but it's just 125 inches, which is I think an eighth. Yes. So now you have that all set up, and something I did like right away was get like a paper texture and drop that in there, make it low opacity because it's fun. And my teacher wanted it to be like more interesting and not just be all white. And I did have problems with that at first, but I conceded and I actually like how it looks. So in general, the world is kind of Alice in Wonderland inspired. Um, and you can see this like right away. First page, there's like a rabbit hole that I struggled like trying to communicate how it was a little like hallucination inducing. But we can also see here in the reproduction process, I messed up like the bleed, so you gotta watch out for that if you're setting things up. Make sure it goes all the way. Yeah, so that was a cute page. I really love this page. That's why it's the thumbnail. This is the hair-inspired character. It's actually a flannel moth caterpillar. She likes to like hide and watch. She has like some time-related powers, but yeah. And this one, I'm gonna show a bit of my process. It was really sketchy, and you can already see like the final pages don't look anything like the first sketches. I also did thumbnails as well, so you can imagine how much how much change has gone on throughout this course of this project. This is actually one of my favorite illustrations for this. It was like very subtle and more environment based than the actual creature, but it still worked out in conveying like its size. This is my weakest page. I'm not. I mean, it's okay. I mean, it's very realistic. But yeah, it's just a lake. It shows where this creature right here lives. Now, this one, I've thought about a lot because I know its backstory. I know it used to be human. Is definitely the largest. It's almost as large as the Weaver that we just saw, this little spider character. It's inspired by a crocodile, no, caiman, a whale, and octopus. And those are all little tiny eyes that are constantly just watching up from below the depths. I switched from that sketch to this one because I felt like it communicated how big it really was a bit more efficiently by making you imagine. Yeah, but I kept that like draft, what is it? A raft, that raft thing in there to like really pull together those two spreads, the lake and the creature, the tyrant. This is the bird. Yeah, it's pretty simple, but can't see, and it's like it has a really strong scream, so you don't want to be caught in front of it. Like you can see that tree is getting absolutely decimated. And the grotto. This one went through quite a bit of change, but for this entire project, I've been like collecting resource images to refer back to, so that really helped with like the texturing and figuring out like how certain things should look. But it really did help compile everything. This one is a centipede-inspired creature. Oh, sandworm too. I did have a lot of changes to this because, like the tyrant, I really wanted to communicate how massive this thing was and how foreboding its presence was. Like, imagine this thing skirting around an entire forest. It's gonna be loud. I didn't want to downplay that. The sloth is probably one of the oldest existing written characters for this entire world. Um, this was before I decided what like color the tree it was in was. So you can see how like different that is, and this is a much softer feeling. And then there's the tree that it lives in. You can see immediately how it's like lurking in there. And I am really happy with how everything ties together. I went back and redid some pages because, you know, when you're doing a really, really long project, your art is going to change through it. And all of a sudden, you're looking back at stuff you did months ago, and bam, it's ugly as heck. Oh, this is a lovely one. It's inspired clearly by the Cheshire Cat. We're going back into my files. I'm really trying to keep up with how fast this video is. How is anyone watching this? But it's inspired by a chameleon, cheetah, and what else is it? Let's see. I think those are two only ones. Yeah, chameleon, cheetah, that one bug insect we passed. But yeah, it can shapeshift into anything it can grasp from peering into your mind, which is scary because imagine like a relative. This is like the Three Hills. It's inspired by this flower called the corpse flower, or blah blah blah. I really like the spread. It came out lovely. I like the sky. Oh, there it is, the flower I was just talking about. And then I did a little backpack for sizing reference, scale, yeah. But that's the end of the book. It feels like there should be more for how much I did, but yeah. And if you want to know like what our class did to print, it was definitely this site. I know because it was on the contract that I filled, and that's the logo. I could not find like anywhere to print it myself, but it's definitely, they did it. They definitely did it. So I would definitely recommend, like, if you wanted to print a book, then looking at like the order form and seeing like the dimensions yourself and anything that could be related to like how they want the PDF, or how they want things set up. I do think I show how I did the PDF because that was a very confusing thing to figure out. Because you have to, instead of doing the spreads like it's set up, you actually do need to print as pages, which is a whole nother thing. Oh, and I did want to show you this tip I learned from other professors when transporting certain images from, like, say Procreate, which is what I use for most of this, to Photoshop, and then like amplifying things, because this is what it looked like in print, like those dull colors. That's what it would look like if I printed it with no edits. And this is what it looked like at the end, which is much better. You can mess with levels in Photoshop if you have the application, or like selecting the whites of the image or selecting darks, or just dragging like the little keys to the left or to the right to make things look more contrasted and brighter, which is definitely what this piece needed. You could not see anything before. And something I definitely abused in this project was color balance to set like certain moods. You can make it really purple, you could go to the mid tones, make it blue. Really, it does depend on what the image or mood of your book is. Yeah. But overall, I would say this project taught me a lot. Concept art is something I'm really passionate about and want to go into as a career. Yeah. So thank you. Bye bye.